Chief Olisame to join us from our studios. Chief, but to give us your account of what happened on the day.
If you go to Imo State, it was quite obvious before the day, and even now, that our candidate, the Deputy Speaker, Right Honorable Emeka Ihedioha, is quite popular. And everyone had predicted that he was going to win the election. We prepared for this election. Our people went for free, fair, and credible election. Now, what happened on that day? Why are we complaining about Imo State election? First, we have it on record that the result sheets that were used in Imo State, in most parts of Imo State, were not the result sheets. They were from Imo. What happened was that after the election is finished in the polling stations, our case is simple. We have a candidate that is very popular. Our people prepared for elections. But what we have in Imo State is subversion of the constitution and the will of the people. The governor of Imo State, besides the fact that he went around the entire local government, he will go to Njaba, he will fight with the Chief Tony Mudem, he will go to this local government, he was around everywhere. We had restriction of movement. I was in Imo State the day before the election. I left Imo State at 5 a.m. to Anambra to go and vote. I came back after the voting. I came back about 6:30 in the evening. But he moved around the entire local government. And with the help of the security agencies, he subverted the will of the people. Results were snatched at polling booths, at ward collation areas, and they were replaced with fake results in several local governments. In Idato North, for instance, we had 26,000 people collected PVCs, and when the result came, APC had 34,000. So does it mean that they didn't use PVC, or does it mean that people were manufactured to go and vote? These are cases that were bound everywhere. In Oru East, for instance, the INEC officials, the ward collation agent, confessed that he was kidnapped and he was forced to write results. Yet, the Imo INEC accepted some wards and accepted 4,000 for APC. In several other areas, in a Ezinifite, fake policemen were arrested and they confessed that they were working for APC. And the commissioner of Imo State is aware of it. In Idato North and South, we had massive violence, snatching of ballot boxes. There was no election actually in the South, but figures were awarded for the APC. Now, in the Himembano, the result sheets were collected and snatched by the APC officials, and fake results were turned in. This happened across the state. Our question is this: we are quite mindful of the provisions of the Electoral Act. In terms of when elections are announced, there is nothing else that you can do except heading to the tribunal. But what happens in a clear case of subversion of the will of the people and massive brazen, I don't know whether I can call it rigging, because this is more than rigging, what happened in Imo State. We're appalled. We're sad because we noticed that the security agencies and the INEC officials were quite in a hurry. They were quite overzealous in trying to please the winners of the presidential election. Is this a foretaste of what we're going to see in this country? Is this like how APC conducts their local government elections in the Southwest? Is this what we're going to witness in this country? If it is, we're scared about the future of democracy. We have sustained democracy for 16 years. Now in 1 week, 2 weeks, what are we seeing? And this has nothing to do with Imo. It's not only about Imo State alone. Let me give you an instance. In Lagos State, I know that our candidate accepted the results, but we had questioned the issue of denial of non-indigenous their PVCs. They were quite fundamental. In the Bejuleke local government, elections did not hold in 40 units, and PDP was denied the votes. There was no election in Oshodi, Isolo, Ward 1, yet results were awarded to APC. The civil servants are non-indigenous. You heard the Oba of Benin. Even the civil servants were threatened about voting for APC. Results were quite inflated in several areas. The one of Nasarawa State is the one that the whole country should address their mind to. Now, PDP senatorial candidate, Honorable Wadada, was leading with 8,000 votes. What did INEC do? What did they do to please the winners of the presidential election? They cancelled 2 wards. They cancelled 2 wards and then APC declared the APC candidate with 2,000 votes. Even if you cancel the 2 wards, won't you repeat the 2 wards? Since the number of PVCs collected were more than 2,000. But they announced the candidate of the APC as winner. And we were informed that we should go to the tribunal. Is this a foretaste? Is this exactly what we're going to witness in this new democracy? In Ogun State, we complained about Ogun State. On the day of the election, I did call channels. And I complained that the governor, he denied it, but the governor was in Ota. The rec was in Ota. We know what happened. So it's not a question of denying it. In Imeke Afon local government, Masifa Ogundele unit ballot box was stolen. Ilara ward boxes were stolen. In about the local government, not local government, ballot boxes stolen in Sonwa ward, in Sonwa township, in Bogali, Ebute school. I mean, the records of all these brazen rigging and brazen attempts to please the people, and these are issues that are happening. So we don't know where we are headed. Coming back to Imo State, what is the solution to Imo State? Is it that you say that because you've announced these results, that we should go to the tribunal? But you have declared these results inconclusive. As INEC looked at the petitions and that PDP has brought to them,
but
isn't quite fundamental? The fact that result sheets that were used were not meant for Imo State. Will you accept result sheets that marked Kaduna and Katsina in more than half of the states?